So now, right now, I'm very aware of all these people and sort of watching where they are, where they're going. And so if suddenly someone disappeared around the corner, I'd probably be quite anxious that I'd done something to them to make them disappear. And particularly because there's a bin there, there's a rubbish bin there, there's a rubbish bin there, and there's one here, I know where they all are. So I'm worrying if I've put them in the bin.
Helen is 33, a librarian at the British Museum. She obsesses about causing harm to strangers.
This is just then, I couldn't see that guy for a minute, and I was quite scared. Oh my God, he's vanished. But he's there.
It's there?
Yeah. Yeah. And now I'm thinking, is that the same man? And so on.
You've been with us that whole time. So if you said, have I done anything to that man, we could tell you no.
Yeah. It would help a little bit, but probably not absolutely, no. It's not rational at all like that, you know. I can't just explain it away to myself.
So how long ago is that?
I don't know, probably about 3 years ago.
And what's your boyfriend's name?
Les.
Helen is being treated for an irrational fear that she's harmed people, specifically that she's put strangers in rubbish bins.
Would you ask him to check things like bins and...
Yeah. That just built up until he got sort of fed up with it, completely fed up with it, and yeah, took me home to my mum.
Do you love him?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Still do. We were together for about 8 years. Various times he sort of tried to prove to me that you can't fit people in bins, for example, by standing in bins in the middle of supermarket car parks himself. Yeah. Sort of screaming and railing and...
Since the breakup, Helen has lived as a virtual recluse. She hasn't left the house or been to work for 2 years. Today she's doing a practical experiment, confronting her fear head-on. She's heading to a busy part of London, where she'll be surrounded by strangers.
If you're going to walk down the street, just kind of walk, and I want you to kind of wander in and out. No stopping, no pausing, just kind of continuous. What's your prediction? What do you think might happen?
That I'll see people that I'm worried about and I'll want to check.
So you are going to feel anxious, and if you're not, we're not doing the right thing, right?
Okay.
How was that?
All right, quite bad. I'm worried about a man and a woman that went into Disney store.
Yeah? What do you think you could have done?
Put the man in a bin, and his wife will be missing him. It'll be terrible. It's almost like a physical urge when I'm walking down and people are going past, streaming past. I feel like every now and again catch somebody and it's like a physical urge to, at least to turn around and
so
look.
You get them kind of in the corner of your kind of vision.
And it's really hard to just...
At some point, that person will have insight to say, I know this is stupid, but... I know I'm not going to do anything, but at the time it feels like it. So there's a difference that the feeling is not a fact, is what they have to learn. That it feels real and it feels dangerous, but actually it's not. And they feel responsible and it feels that the fact is real, but it's not. And that's what we do in the behavioural experiments, in testing that out. Let's find out if that is the case.
2 of rape and 6 of indecent assault. But they say information is coming in all the time. Tonight, his family have announced
Helen has been making good progress, but a car that's been abandoned outside the hospital has set off another anxiety. That somehow she's caused a road accident.
All morning I've been worried, and I dreamt about driving, worried if it was real and not a dream. That I've been out somehow, stolen a car somewhere and driven it. And now there's an abandoned car out there. So it's like, it must have been me. I think it must be done, so it's true, I must have driven in. Oh my God.
When a patient starts to obsess, The therapists are trained not to give reassurance. It risks turning something completely irrational into something real.
It must have been me. It must have.
Is there another explanation for it? Nothing else?
It looks like it's been dumped.
Well, you may have done it. I'm not saying you didn't. But what's the likelihood?
Quite like me.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
You've gone out without knowing about it, despite having sellotape across your door.
Well, I had dreams about driving.
Okay, but we all have dreams.
I don't know if it was a dream. It must have been real.
Maybe it is, but we're never going to know. So you're going to take a risk. Might be true.
The weeks up until now I've been doing well. So, and then maybe it's just evening out. I don't know. But yeah, not so good.
Helen's condition, like many patients here, is driven by a less well-known aspect of OCD,
We're just wobbling him in.
called intrusive thoughts.
So who's this?
This is our OCD bully, and it symbolises what people here are trying to fight every day. Often they think of people like it's like a devil, the OCD inside them. The question mark on its head is there for the intrusive thoughts that people have. The mobile phone for often gaining reassurance from people. I mean, words. One of the important ones is paedophile, written right around here, because that's a really common intrusive thought people have about the fact that they think, oh my God, am I a paedophile? If I have a thought like that. And so that's a common intrusive thought people have. Most people have intrusive thoughts. I get one quite regularly. On the way to work, I pass this little school, and sometimes there's a nice zebra crossing and there's a lollipop lady there, and these little girls come out and they're all holding hands and they're all dressed in school uniforms. And if I'm at the front in my car, I have this intrusive thought sometimes just to put my foot down and ram them all because they all look so nice on the side. You just have this intrusive thought, go on, just ram them and run them down. It doesn't mean anything, and I don't worry about that at all. It's a normal intrusive thought to have. But if somebody thinks, oh my God, does that mean I'm some sort of child killer? Am I likely to do that? They may start going a different way or really worried about it. If I act on that thought, it gives credence to the thought has validity and has some sort of meaning. So with intrusive thoughts, once you get one that gives you anxiety, if you act on that anxiety and do anything about it, it's more likely to carry on.
Helen's time at the unit has come to an end.
So no chance of an overextension?
I'm really sorry, there's not.
No. I think no. Today I realised it's time to go anyway.
It
So.
is, but I think it is time.
Yeah.
You've had the longest extension of anyone I've ever worked with.
I really I had a good
So-
run in there.
Right, you got it in.
Pushed it as far as I can go.
If we kind of reflect on your first day here,
Yeah, that's the thing to remember, yeah.
how long had it been before you left home?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Of not leaving the house. It's about you kind of having that confidence because it's kind of really up to you now.
Really don't want to go.
Give me a hug.
The thing is, she's taught me what I should do and what I shouldn't do. That's it, it's just entirely up to me now to implement what I've learnt and I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing still, but somehow I can't sort of get over the last hurdle of it. Yeah.
Although Helen was still struggling with her thoughts, she'd actually made it back to work.
How are you?
After 2 years of being stuck at home. She still hopes she can get back together with her boyfriend.